In lesson 8.2, we're going to talk about angles. So an angle, is two rays that share an endpoint. And the vertex is just the shared endpoint. Degrees are units used to measure the size of an angle. Okay, so you can see the two rays are yx and yz, and their shared endpoint is y. That is the vertex. And these are the two rays. Now, you're going to name these. This is very important. Name with 3 letters in order of the lines. Okay, wait, I'm going to come up here with this. Okay, so I would name this as angle XYZ. Follow the lines, X to Y to Z. Or I could call it, I could start the other way, Z, whoops, oh, stop it, I don't know what that's doing. ZYX. Okay, I have to use 3 letters to name an angle. So XYZ or ZYX would be the two. And notice that the middle letter, the vertex, is in the middle. Okay, so pause the video, fill those in before we move on to naming types of angles. Okay, where'd you go? Hello? Okay, sorry about that. I don't really know what happened. Okay, so now let's talk about the different types of angles. We have an acute angle, and that means the measure is less than 90 degrees. We have a right angle, which measures 90 degrees, and you'll know it's a right angle because you'll see that little box in there. That means 90 degrees. We have an obtuse angle, which is somewhere between 90 and 180. It's a bigger angle. Or we have a straight angle, which measures exactly 180 degrees. And perpendicular lines are just lines that cross at a right angle. Okay, so we're going to show you how to use a protractor in just a minute, so pause the video if you need to fill that in before we move on to the protractor. Okay, so if you have a protractor, you're going to want to bring it to class too. It'll be easier than having to share. So use a protractor to measure the angle. First thing you want to do is place the point of the protractor on the vertex. Your protractor will either have a little cross there or you'll have a hole. That's what you want to put on the vertex. The second thing you want to do is you want to make sure that one side of the angle passes through 0 on the protractor scale. So here's where the 0 would be. So you want to line this part up with the 0. And you want to start measuring from 0. Now notice 0 would be on the inside here, so I would be reading the inside numbers. So then you want to read the scale where it intersects on the correct set of numbers. So this one falls between 70 and 80, so I would call it 75 degrees. And that's it. Okay, so let's move on to the next part. Now, we're going to classify angles. We're going to say each one is either acute, right, obtuse, or straight. Okay, so angle A looks like it's bigger than 90, so I'd call that obtuse. Angle B here looks like it's less than 90, so I'd call it acute. And C is a straight line, so that's just a straight angle. That's it. You're just naming it. Now, in example 3, you're going to have to do a little bit of math. So, I have a quadrilateral, has different types of angles. Which angle is acute? Oh wait, we're not doing any math. Remember, acute means less than 90 degrees. So X and Z are these guys with the boxes. So those are right angles. Angle W measures more than 90 degrees. And Y is acute because it measures between 0 and 90. So therefore, angle Y is the answer, so choice C is the answer. Okay, so now for the quick checks, if you have a protractor, you're going to go ahead and try to measure the angle for number 1. For quick check 2, you're just estimating the measure of the angle. And 3, you're going to classify the angles as acute, right, or obtuse. Oh, which we kind of did. So, there's not really much to do for that one. Okay, so try the quick checks and we'll check your work in class.